these guys?
New season, so just excited to see how everyone's role is going to be a little bit different on the team, and even guys like OJ who've been here a while, he has to have a different role in the team, and the guys have worked extremely hard this off season and have been grinding together, and they're super excited to kind of flip gears and get into football mode.
With Keikani, I mean, everyone's been saying it for months. It's just different when he's out there. What's the excitement level for you to have him at center, and how does that kind of lead to everybody else fitting into place?
He's an awesome young man because he demands a certain level of respect. So not so much football. I mean, like, he's a good football player and he can, run inside zone and mid zone, all that stuff. But just in the meeting and the workouts and the walkthroughs, he demands a certain level of preparation, and the guys around him respect him, so they kind of rise to his level. So that's where he's invaluable. It's not so much what you guys see on the field, it's all the stuff kind of in the shadows that he does that makes him a special kid.
How much did, and I know you were new, but how much did his absence kind of lead to some of the other dominoes, and just seemed like that was the first of what led to many problems last year with the bad snaps and rotating different three guys at center, I think, and just different stuff.
Yeah, it led to a lot of guys getting a bunch of different game reps at different positions. So that's where we've got to kind of spin that into a positive, where we got guys that have played center, we got a bunch of guys that have played guard that can bump out to tackle if we have to. So there's a ton of game experience in that room from all the stuff that went on last year.
With Cade, I mean, is he? Are you planning right tackle for him, or could he still be gone? Okay. What does that do? And Plow was saying in the spring he might have been the biggest offseason acquisition you guys made. I mean, just how much does he solidify things over there?
It's just like when you have a lockdown corner. When you got a lockdown corner, you can kind of like eliminate that receiver out there. It's the same thing that we're hoping for with him, is he can be a guy that can kind of just shear up the pocket and kind of eliminate that edge rush and allow Hank to be confident and get into his footwork and his drop and not have to worry about the pocket collapsing in on him.
But I mean, you think you have that on both sides, I assume.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
What's that kind of, I don't know if luxury is the right word, you'd never even admit that, but I mean, just the comfort level, knowing on both ends like that, to have two guys like that.
Well, you have to have two guys nowadays, just because, especially this conference, the pass rushers are so good. And it's not just one, there's multiple guys. So we can design protections to slide one way, but then there's still that tackle that's going to be on that one-on-one. So it makes it a lot easier where we're not having to dictate which way we slide just based off one tackle. I have a little freedom to go both directions.
I was talking to Andy down in Vegas at Media Days, and he said, I was mentioning how one of like Will, Garrett, or Ben aren't going to be starting this year probably.
Yeah.
And they started a lot of games last year, and he kind of said that's what O-line depth should be. I mean,
Yes.
what does it mean to have actual like capable guys that have played in terms of the competition at the guard spots?
It's everything. I mean, it means so much, just again, because those guys, they have the urgency now when they prepare. If you've never played in the game and you've gone a season where you've kind of been on the travel squad but never gotten in, you don't have that same urgency with your preparation, how you show up every day. So Will and Garrett and those guys, they know they have that urgency when they show up. Like, this is how they have to handle their business to be able to play at a high level. So it rises everyone's ability and everyone's playing.
Obviously last year the low line, as every year, got some criticism, and you had to face some of the questions and stuff last year. And how eager are you in this group just to kind of for a fresh start and just to show how much better you guys can be?
I'm excited for the guys. I mean, they just have worked so hard and put in so much time, so much effort that they're ready. And if you kind of look in their eyes, and they got this kind of killer instinct look in their eyes right now. So I'm excited to see them get out there and prove to themselves, most importantly, just all the work they put in and the improvement that they've made.
I mean, do you feel? I mean, I'm sure do you feel like a healthy, productive O-line can mean wonders for this offense?
Well, I mean, we saw last year when we were consistent up front, it kind of allows us to be more effective as an offense at whole. If Hank's getting knocked down, he's going to be less effective. If the hole's not there for George, I mean, he can only do so much. So that's the name of our game, is we got to be consistent. We were good at times last year. We just have to be good every single game, regardless of who's in the lineup.
I mean, I know the O-line don't play O-line to get credit, get credit and all that, and it's just one of those positions where they're used to getting criticized. But is there a chip on the shoulder of that group, whether it be because of the injuries or just the way things went last year, that those guys are kind of eager to prove themselves this year?
That's the great thing about O-line, is like you always got a chip on your shoulder. And if you don't have a chip on the shoulder, you're probably not very good, just because that position is so physically demanding. Not just on Saturdays, but just in the week. I mean, a Tuesday practice is a physical grind. So if you don't have a chip on your shoulder, if you don't have a little motivation, you better make one. So those guys have a little motivation right now. That's going to help push them through fall camp when they legs get a little tired, shoulders get a little sore. They're going to be ready to kind of push and show just how consistent they can be.